Hello! In today's video I'm going to show you how we can export Active Directory users into a CSV. I'm also going to show you how we can do it using the InfraSOS platform, and we're also going to go through how to export Active Directory group members into CSV and how to export users based on different attributes and based on the OU that they're in. Right, let's jump into the video. Okay, so I'm logged on to one of my test servers and I've got a test lab set up in Active Directory. So I've got three basic PowerShell commands here. The first one is get AD user, and we've got a filter and we're going to list all the users that are enabled, and we're going to export them to a local directory that I've got, temp, and this is going to be the name of the CSV file. And these are the attributes that I want in the CSV. So if we run that, that will then export it to this temp file. And then if we open it, and here is the list of users. Okay. And another tool that you can use is the InfraSOS platform. It's an Office 365 and on-premise Active Directory reporting and auditing tool. So once you've logged in, click on Active Directory tab, and on here we've got a list of pre-built reports. So if we do all Active Directory users, generate report, and once it's loaded, it's going to list all of your users. And what we can do, you can choose what columns you want in your report. So this pulls all the Active Directory user attributes. So if we leave it on the default, simply export as CSV, and that's done. And then that lists all the users and the columns. Right, back to the PowerShell script. So now if we want to run a list of users with the last logon date, you just do get AD user -filter star properties last logon date, and then select the cells that you want. So if we run that, and here you'll see the CSV and the list of users and the last logon date. Because I've only got one test account, but in your environment you'll have the last logon date if they've logged on. And again, in the InfraSOS platform, you can see you can just add, as I've already got in my report, the last logon timestamp, and it will also show the last logon users. And now for the last bit in the script, we can export users based on OU. So in my Active Directory environment, I want to export all the users in the cells OU. So that is the format to add. If we export, or shall I say, if we run that, that will then list all the users in OU. There you go. To do that in the InfraSOS platform, all you do is you just do a search. So if we get the format, paste that in here, and that will list all the users in the cells OU and any sub OUs as well. You can see that there's a sub OU called users. Now another good report is if we want to run a report on group-based members. So if we click on group members and I want to export everyone in my test group, select generate report, and that is going to list all the group members in my test group. And then from there we can export. You can also modify the columns. So what columns do you want in your report? Again, all the different attributes we get from Active Directory. Export as CSV. And there's all of your group members. And to do that in PowerShell, If we open up my test server again, we can use this script. So get AD member and then the name of the group. So if we do, I've got a test group here. Just go for, here it is, test group, get the name. So get AD group and the name, select the objects and then the path to export. If we run that, and this should list all the members. There you go. Okay, if you want these PowerShell commands, I'll leave a link in the description. You can get them from our Git repo. And if you want to try out the InfraSOS platform, it's free for 15 days. You can log in, sign up, run all these reports, and you can also do monitoring and alerting and auditing with InfraSOS, and the same for Office 365 users. Thanks very much.